What are some of those first places that you hit up, and where did you like kind of cut your teeth in terms of becoming a comic?
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, most of it was down here, man. I'd have to shout out my buddy Nick Masick, because Nick was super cool. He really like helped push me, early on. I went to a couple of the shows with him, and I'd only been on stage a couple times, and he was like, dude, do this, come see these people, and I had to do what we all did is you sat for an hour and a half, 2 hours your first couple times, waited for all the people who knew what they were doing to go. And then they're like, all right, we got 8 minutes, so you get 5, or whatever, like hop up there, and you just, but it was one of those like kind of perseverance things that a lot of comedians, I think if they make it a couple years at least, had to go through, where you went and sat somewhere, you waited, you bought your time, and then you got on stage at the end when only 3 people were left. But, you worked out a couple jokes and at least got a laugh or two. And then you were like, all right. So definitely that. I'd done some different stuff, like emceeing some small things and stuff like that. And so I had a couple people, even like birthday parties or events, that were like, hey, I know you're trying to like work on some comedy. Do you want to come like maybe like roast for a little bit and do like maybe like 15 minutes of like that and mix? So I'd like, all right, let me write some jokes. Let me like practice that,
Right.
So, by the time I kind of started doing more like traditional stand up, I already had like my teeth cut a little bit on that, but like still didn't know what I was doing, or whatever. But